We are closer to nuclear war than many Americans realize. March 11, 2026. More than 40 years after the fall of the Berlin Wall, the risk of nuclear war is again rising. Recent global tensions show how unstable the situation has become. The U.S. Israeli attack on Iran, Russia's invasion of Ukraine accompanied by nuclear threats, and a recent India-Pakistan military clash all highlight how conflicts between nuclear-armed states could escalate. Technological changes have also increased the danger. Cyber interference, artificial intelligence, leadership targeting strategies, and extremely short missile flight times mean leaders may have only minutes to decide how to respond, leaving little time to confirm whether warnings are real. In January 2026, the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists set the doomsday clock to 85 seconds to midnight, the closest it has ever been to global catastrophe. Shortly afterward, the New START treaty expired, removing the last limits on US and Russian nuclear arsenals and raising fears of a costly new arms race and even renewed nuclear testing. Scientific research suggests the consequences of nuclear war would be catastrophic. A full-scale conflict between the United States and Russia could immediately kill 100 to 200 million people. Fires from destroyed cities could send around 150 million tons of soot into the upper atmosphere, blocking sunlight and cooling the planet by about 18 degrees Fahrenheit 10 degrees Celsius on average. Some inland regions of North America and Eurasia could see temperatures drop 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, colder than conditions since the last ice age. This dramatic cooling would devastate agriculture. A 2022 Nature Food study estimates that about 6 billion people, 3/4 of humanity, could starve within 2 years after a large nuclear war. Even a smaller regional conflict, such as between India and Pakistan, might trigger global climate disruptions leading to famine that could kill around 2 billion people, including about 130 million Americans. Supporters of nuclear disarmament warn that nuclear weapons do not guarantee stability. Former U.S. Defense Secretary Robert McNamara once argued that humanity has avoided nuclear war largely by luck rather than careful control. As long as nuclear arsenals remain, the risk of their eventual use persists. However, eliminating them is technically possible. Around 60,000 nuclear weapons have already been dismantled since the Cold War peak, and the remaining roughly 12,000 could potentially be dismantled within several years if governments agree to do so. The campaign Back from the Brink urges the United States to lead global efforts toward nuclear disarmament. It calls for negotiations with the other nuclear-armed nations to create a verifiable and enforceable agreement to eliminate their arsenals on a shared timetable. While success is uncertain, advocates argue that failing to try would leave humanity facing the ongoing risk of a catastrophe that could threaten civilization itself. By Austin American Statesman, opinion by Dr. Ira Helfand, March 11, 2026.